Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome to This is Your War Room European Session Spring 2020. With me, as usual, our favorite. He is a data scientist, Mahesh Tank, all the way from India, and your host, Jose Ricaurte Jaen, directly from Dubrovnik in Croatia. Good morning, Mahesh.
Good morning, Jose. How are you?
I've been great, brother. God bless. Just real quick, we have right now two trades going. The first trade is we have sell. We're selling gold, and this is our intraday idea. Either we go out by stop loss, or we hit take profit, or we close at New York session closing bell. Okay, and we have a second trade. It's buying the euro against the Australian dollar. This is a currency cross. I'm just going to go over real quick in how I see this taking place. I'm looking at the H4. This is at the 4-hour time frame, and basically what I'm looking is this is a top in the form of a doji, basic technical analysis 101, and then I'm looking for a zone that will be attracting those levels. What I want to say is, if I'm short, where do I go? What's my target? Because listen, and this is for the Market Traders Daily audience, most of you, you're not traders. And we don't, Mahesh and myself, we don't expect you to become traders overnight. What we do want is for you guys to be conscious and pay attention, follow instructions. So when I have an entry like this in an environment, because so far right now is selling gold, it doesn't mean that we're going to sell gold to the end of the month. Today, our intraday view is sell gold. And we have the evidence. The evidence in base, it comes from technical analysis. You have the doji, then there's price action indicating such. Where do we land? First, my stop, at least there are two ways to see it. I can have it at this level, and I'm risking quite a bit of the position. There's nothing to hide about it. So I will do this. On the last candle, and this is a 4-hour, I will be looking to take the opening of the candle at this level. Why? You can actually use more, you can use a different lot size. It all depends your risk profile. Why I'm doing this? It's simple. Reversing, if it reverses and tackles the opening of the candle, I don't want to be in that trade. I just want to exit. So that's my game plan. Okay? Now, the next question you will have, and it's a fair question. What's the target? What I'm looking at? When do I exit when I'm making money? Simple. Then I'm looking for levels. These are levels, and this is what we call the man. And you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4. This level created enough buyers for then skyrocket.
Yes.
That is what's called the demand. And it was built up in 1, 2. Well, you can count the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give it 6. 6 4-hour candles building buyers. And they were like, and then to the moon.
Yeah.
It's in your face, guys. Praise it to the tech. You don't trust me? Fine. Guess what? Mahesh, and let me show you this right away. I will show you on my screen. I have it on my screen. And then Mahesh, let me switch to another platform. Second. Before Mahesh talks about it. Look at this, guys. This is roadkill, H1. All the setups you guys need from Hawkeye Traders Indicators. What do we have? Big sell confirmation from roadkill at this level, right in front of us. But please, don't trust me. Let us hear from the man himself. Mahesh, I'm going to stop sharing. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Jose. Let me just take over. Let me know when you see the screen.
It's loading. There you go. We have your screen.
All right. So in case you remember, we previously saw the dojis on the To the right-hand side, what I'm talking about is the US dollar index. So this is the doji we saw previously. And then I think 2 days back, this is what we saw, and we saw the weakness in the US dollar. So what we are seeing right now is, let me just go to the 4-hour. Okay, it actually found support. So if you just have a look, let me just draw it again. You know, this zone is a pretty strong zone. So the price action, what's happening here is the US dollar went up, and then people thought it is going to go down. So a lot of people started selling here. Then it suddenly went up, and a lot of people were trapped in this place. So this place is potentially called, you know, a high liquidity zone. So whenever price goes up, it is possible that it comes back and visits that area and finds support most often. So today, what's happening is the USD index has found support at that place. And this is evident in everything else. You see all the pairs, AUD, USD, all the pairs, NZD, USD, AUD, USD. We see the strength of the dollar in that. GBP, USD, it's falling like anything. Let me just show you. Let me bring up GBP, USD. So if you see, it's a massive fall just today. So this is just today. It has fallen down about $120, 120 pips. Let us see that on the 1-hour chart. You know, as Jose is saying, so the price levels, the supply demand levels, they're pretty important. All the price market revolution, the price revolution, rotation, everything hangs around the demand and supply zones. So when we check out the leading indices, we get an inside knowledge of what's about to happen. So if we were looking at it at the US dollar index and we were paying attention to it, we could have easily spotted these trades, and today we could have made a great money. So in perspective of what Jose is sharing today about gold, so you know, gold is XAU, means pair of gold and the US dollar. So because we are seeing the US dollar, you know, finding support and rebounding at this level, at least for the day, I think we could be safe to say that the gold can be shorted very easily. So that's what we are seeing here. Just have a look at the volume, the selling volume. Look at this high volume, and then you have a sell signal on the roadkill. And just as Jose said, this candle will be the determining candle. We can place our stop loss above that. If you have a little more risk appetite, maybe you can place it over here. And we don't expect price to go beyond that if it is supposed to, you know, go down. And the easiest support target, just like Jose said, this is where we can short it too. So how do we determine that based on the fat man? Just would like to give you an overview. Just have a look at this. This is the fat man I have. Just a moment, it's taking time to load. Okay, so we saw that on the daily, this is the daily, and just below that, let me make it a lower time frame, maybe the 4-hour. All right, so let me again grab the annotation tool. Okay, this is the US dollar. And on the 4-hour, it gives us a preview or an inside information as to what's going to happen. We see it's sharply rising. So just by this understanding, we could have gone and started looking at the USD pairs. Okay, so what pairs do we have best here? We see that AUD and USD are actually pretty much in the overbought condition. So immediately what we can do is we can just go and have a look at the charts. Okay, NZD USD. So when I look at NZD USD, now I can look at the 4-hour, or we can just start going to the lower time frames, because that's where it all begins. You know, all price movements start in the lower time frames. So we establish a bias or an understanding about the direction of the market, and then we shift to the lower time frames to try to find better entries. So that's what I'm going to show you how you could do that. Let me erase this. Okay, so just have a look here. At the bottom, we see the US dollar actually starting to go above the fair price level, which is the 50% level. So right over here, we see that happening, and we see the NZD crossing down. So let me just draw a horizontal line there so we can get a clear idea. So once I see it crossing over, maybe I can mark it something like this. Okay, that's not the best place. Okay, right there, cross happened, or maybe one bar before that. Okay, unable to narrow it down. But anyway, that's where the cross happened and became evident. And that's where you also got the sell signal on the, the roadkill right over here. And you see the volume is pretty good. It's not a low volume or an average volume. It's a pretty regular good volume. So what we could have done here is we could have just come here, place your stop loss of 33 pips and let the trade run. We don't know how far it will go, but you could have easily had 1:2 risk to reward till date. And it is possible that it's going to fall for the rest of the day. And let me also just quickly show you AUD USD. AUD USD, same story. If you see, we didn't change anything. We didn't even change this horizontal, the vertical line. It has the same thing. So a price action, when you're actually looking from, currency strength, the fat man reveals the currency strength, the money flow, because it's all about transaction. Banks interact, buy orders, sell orders are placed, currency exchange takes place. That's how the Forex market moves. And it is all captured. It is all revealed right here in these lines. In these lines, you can see which currency is being bought, which currency is being sold. So it's almost like you have another pair of eyes, which is looking at the market and telling you what's going to happen, where the market is heading next. So that's why they came up with the line. If you're not trading with a fat man, you're a blind man. Jose.
Absolutely. Now, beautiful. And one of the things I want to say now that I have Mahesh is, see how he easily, step by step, guys, there's nothing that you need to be a genius. Listen, my brother has a PhD. My sister used to, well, actually, she got a new contract. She works with United Nations. You don't need to be at that level. You just need to pay attention. You just need to command discipline and commit to follow the step-by-steps. We have been showing you, and we will keep showing you all how it works. Pay attention. You need these tools, but you don't need these tools because Mahesh or myself use them. It's because you have goals. You have trading goals. I don't know what is your financial status right now. I don't understand where your goals or what is your financial situation. But it's better to be armed than just to be unarmed. How are you going to fight a battle, a day-to-day battle, weekly, monthly battle, if you are not prepared or if you're not well set up? You need these tools. Yeah. Okay. And Mahesh and myself, we just have a limited amount of time. And that limited time we're sharing with all of you. Thanks to the courtesy of Market Traders Daily. And we thank them for giving us the opportunity because we have something, we know the value. We're not going to hide. We're not going to just stop talking. If it has value, why aren't we not going to take action? We are. So this is the same. You guys need to take action. Let me show you one more thing. Thank you, Mahesh. Let me take the floor from here.
Sure. Okay, there you go.
Thanks so much, Mahesh. That was a brilliant view. Now, guys, before I go, one more thing I want to teach you, and there you go. Right away, we are in profit. It doesn't mean that we have to be excited because it turned green during the recording of the European session. It's just understanding what we're doing. Now, why I am long euro dollar. And I'm going to take just teaching this on a whiteboard. Mahesh, do you see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Now, pretty basic, and this is called asset. Forget it. It's just asset correlation. This is what the big boys use. This is a trading style that you will develop. Just come, please subscribe to the channel. We will share this with you guys. This is exactly how you trade professionally. If you're taking a short, rather than over leveraged or have a big lot size, you just apply asset correlation. So in this case, if I decided, where's my pencil? Okay. Here we go. If I decided to short gold For our audience in Europe, that will be the CFD XAU USD. What happens when gold is weak? The Australian dollar is affected. Why? Because the Australian dollar is a mining country, mining minerals, heavy mineral player. So what happens next is that it's also affecting the Australian dollar. That means that this is also going down. And to express that conviction today, I decided to take the currency cross euro versus the Australian dollar. This is how I'm expressing the conviction. If the US dollar is taking over gold is weak, we have a sell signal based on volume and price coming from Hawkeye Traders, high conviction trade, then I know, no mistake, the Australian dollar is going down. Also, I'm not going to share this with you. You have to get your tools. The Australian dollar also, Mahesh explained via Fadman, but also it did have a signal last night, thanks to roadkill and volume. So going back, let me show you the trade. I close the whiteboard. That's how I'm pairing my trades of the day. So I'm taking advantage of this short in gold, and also I want to see how far we take the cross euro versus Australian dollar. And just to give you an idea, so far we're building momentum. If you look to the left, this is your market watch. Right now we're trading at 172.46. The high of the day, 172.80. The low, 170.35. It means that it went all the way up 200 from the low to the high. 250 pips. I'm buying within the pullback. So that gives me a little, let me just show it. There we go. There you go. You can see it. Here's the price action. Okay, this is the low. Look at that recovery from the euro. Strong. That means one thing and one thing only. Heavy volume is involved. I just have to look at what it's doing. You don't go up 250 pips without solid pressure. And now I'm not buying at the high. I can buy high and sell higher, but I would prefer myself to get a little bit cheaper, and that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Do I expect it to go in a deeper pullback? Sure, why not? It can easily come down to this level. I wouldn't be surprised. But the momentum indicates that the euro has a little bit of action, a little bit of traction. So I want to keep going in that direction. How far can I take it? Just to close this session, European session call. Let's take a look. Let me go to, this is the 1 hour. Let's go to 4 hour. If I'm looking at this, my next zone, supply zone, also known as the offer zone, then I know, looking at this is how high it will go. Is it going to take place today? No clue. We can see also technical analysis 101. We have two bottoms, double bottom. This is the neckline. It's about to break the neckline. Open and close above the 172.40 will signal more buying. Buyers will see this. Remember, if Mahesh Tang can see this, I bet you the Goldman Sachs, JP Morgans, Wells Fargo, Société Générale, all those boys and girls, they also see and they will take their ammo and buy. So make no mistake, we're in buy mode on the currency cross, euro versus Australian dollar. And this is how I expect based on the next supply zone, also known for most of you as the offer zone. Mahesh, thank you so much. Guys, this is the European session by the War Room. We have our intraday trades ideas placed. Take a look. Don't believe in what we do. Don't trust us. See it. Live it and experience. And remember, if you trade without the fat man, what happened, Mahesh?
You're a blind man.
You're a blind man. This is the War Room.